My name's Chef Egg, and I want to give you the skills you need to succeed in the kitchen. Today, we're going to make a Middle Eastern chicken flatbread. So we're going to start out by making one of the condiments. And I've got some red onion over here. We're going to slice that nice and thin. And we're going to make a simple pickled red onion. It's going to bring a lot of vibrancy and a lot of flavor to our dish today. Slice that up, cut it across a few times. That looks wonderful. Any kind of onion you have works for me. Red, white, green, yellow, whatever you have. We're gonna take a little bit of white vinegar and just sprinkle it right on top. You don't need too much. We also have a pinch of salt and a little bit of pepper. What I like to do is kind of mash up the onions, allow the vinegar to soak into the onions, and do a little quick pickle on this. You can throw this in the fridge. It takes about a half an hour for all the flavors to come together. That looks really, really great. All right, we're gonna set this aside. All right, next up, we're gonna make our chicken mixture. So I've got a bowl over here. We have some ground chicken. You can do ground chicken, you could do turkey if you like to keep it healthy, but lamb, pork, or beef will also work. So pop that over there. We're gonna take a shredder and again, some red onion because that's what I have. And we're gonna grate a little bit of this onion. Woo. There you go. A little bit of red onion there for flavor. Now, to season this, we've got some salt. We have fresh pepper. And I have some dried spices here. So I have a little bit of paprika and a little bit of cumin. So we're gonna sprinkle that right in there. Next up, we have some fresh cilantro and fresh parsley. We're gonna chop that up nice and fine. You can chop the stems and the leaves, the whole thing. Always get value out of your herbs, especially with cilantro and parsley. Oh, that looks amazing. Chop that up. Throw that right in there. And finally, we're gonna squeeze a little bit of lemon in here. That looks great. So we're gonna mix this up until everything is incorporated. This already smells amazing, but I want all of the flavors to get really incorporated. So we're gonna throw this in the refrigerator for about a half an hour or up to 2 to 4 hours if you like, and let the flavors really kind of mingle together. Now, while our chicken marinates, we're gonna make some tzatziki sauce. And that is a yogurt-based sauce. It's really creamy and adds great flavor and texture to our dish. So I've got some Greek yogurt over here. And we're gonna take our grater and we're gonna grate some of this cucumber right in there. Oh, that looks good. Throw some cucumber in there. And tzatziki is found all over the Middle East. You'll also find it all over the Mediterranean as well. And it's like a creamy sauce that brings the heat down from some of the spices that they use. Next up, we have a little squeeze of lemon in here. We'll do a little bit of pepper. We'll do a little pepper. We'll do a little bit of salt in there. I've got some garlic over here. We're gonna smash that garlic clove and just add a touch of garlic to this. Just mince up maybe a half a teaspoon of garlic. Minced really fine. Throw that right in there. And I've got some fresh dill as well. Dill, mint, or parsley work really well in this. So slice that nice, small. And fresh dill goes great with all kinds of Middle Eastern dishes. We're gonna give this a little mix. You can serve this with pita chips, serve it on the side with some hummus. It's a great dip, a wonderful condiment. Just mix that up. All right, that looks good. This looks great. Pop this in the fridge for about a half hour so all the flavors can come together. So our chicken's been marinating for about a half an hour, so now it's time to cook it up. So what we're gonna do is take a skillet, we have a pretty large skillet, and we're gonna put medium heat underneath it. We're gonna let this sit for about a minute or two so that the skillet is nice and hot when we add the food to it. Next up, we're gonna take our flatbread. This is a Middle Eastern lavash, but you could use a pita, you could even use a tortilla if you like. We're gonna take some of this chicken mixture and pop it right in there and spread it nice and even. We're gonna make this smash burger style. Works out really nicely. Beautiful colors, beautiful flavors coming from this. All right, that looks wonderful. So it's just spread out. It's about 1/3 of an inch, so it's not too thick. Next up, we're gonna take a little bit of olive oil, just enough to coat the bottom of the skillet. And we're gonna take the whole thing and lay it face down onto the skillet. So very carefully place it down and then press it down. We're gonna let this cook for 5 to 7 minutes until the chicken underneath is golden brown and cooked through. All right, this is smelling absolutely amazing. What we're gonna do is carefully get underneath the whole thing. And I just wanna flip this over so that we toast the other side of the flatbread. So very carefully pop it over. Oh, that looks amazing. Just let that cook. We'll let that cook for maybe 2 minutes until we get a nice little golden brown on the other side. All right, this looks golden brown on the other side. So let's place this on here. Just move this over, and now it's time to top this thing. So what I like to do is I'll throw some of this tzatziki sauce on top. Just right down the middle. Spread that out. We have some of our pickled onions, pickled reds right on there. A little vibrancy of flavor with the vinegar. A little bit of salt on there, a big kick of flavor when you pop it on there. And then we're gonna take some cherry tomatoes. Do a couple of cherry tomatoes on there. That looks great. Now, in classic kebab form, or a shawarma, or a pita, whatever you want to call this, you can throw all kinds of things on here. Some people like, jalapenos, pickles, even French fries is something that you can put on here that people really enjoy. So what I like to do is kind of fold this over, just like this. Make sure it peeks out the top a little bit. There we go, that looks beautiful. Just fold this up, wrap it up. All right, this chicken flatbread looks and smells amazing. You can wrap these up and pass them out to your friends, have them for a dinner with some tater tots on the side. But I think this is something new and interesting that everyone's going to enjoy. My name's Chef Egg, and I want to give you the skills you need to succeed in the kitchen. Peace.